Right guys, this is HC McEwen here, and today I'm going to be doing a different kind of video to what I normally do, a bit like what I used to do on the channel, and it's more to do with the Payet and Ozil sort of situation going on at the moment. After Arsenal's really shit display against West Ham on the weekend, I think a lot of West Ham fans and other fans of teams that don't really like Arsenal have kind of got on the back of Ozil, and obviously they've likened him to Payet, and they all seem to think that Payet is now somehow a better player than Ozil. So after sort of watching Spencer's video on the weekend, or yesterday I think it was actually, I've decided that I want to do a sort of video like this. Firstly, if you want to talk of a general perspective of both players, you've got to think, in both their careers, what have each player done? I know this is it's not really showing how good both players are, but it still shows what sort of calibre they are at. Payet, I know he's played for Lille and he played for Marseille, so he hasn't really got out of the French league, and he hasn't done much on the international stage either. Whereas Ozil has played in the Bundesliga, played in the La Liga and in the Premier League, and won titles in all three divisions. And on top of that, he may have also just won that small trophy called the World Cup last year. However, I put my hands up. If you're the sort of person who thinks it has to come down all to individual stats, not all what teams they played at, then I've got some for you as well. Since August 2008, Mesut Ozil has created the most chances out of any player in the top 5 European leagues. This stat of Ozil's is also 86 more chances than Dimitri Payet. And also, just to put in there, Ozil has played in the Bundesliga, the La Liga and the Premier League, which are all more difficult leagues than the French League. I know that can be questionable for some people, but it's pretty clear to see. And for any West Ham fan trying to say that the French League is a difficult league and to argue why Payet is better, just remember Olivier Giroud 3 years ago was the player of the season in France. And look what you think of him right now. Another misconception about Mesut Ozil is that he's a lazy player. Everyone seems to say, oh, why is he never running, and he never does anything for the team. Yet since he returned to the team last year, he covered the most distance out of any Arsenal player. Yeah, if you want to make a comment like, oh yeah, that means Arsenal's team is lazy, then obviously you don't understand football, but it just shows that you might not see it on the camera, but he's running tirelessly throughout the whole game, and you obviously can't take that away if you see proof with stats. Another point I can bring up is Mesut Ozil is always one of the first names on Jurgilo, whatever his name is, his team sheet for Germany. Ozil started every game of the World Cup last year and did get involved, whatever anyone wants to say about him. He was one of the better players in that Germany team, and he's a favourite of most of the managers he's played under. Like Arsene Wenger plays him every game, Mourinho has said he's the best number 10 in the world, and Jurgen Low obviously really likes him as well. In Mesut Ozil's Germany career, he has played 62 games and scored 18 goals for the best team in the world on the international stage. Yeah, everyone's so-called Payet, who everyone thinks is better than Ozil, has only played 9 games for France, yet he's 2 years older and has not scored a goal either. What does this tell you, really? Because Ozil is in the best team in the world, or the best national team in the world, and he's starting every single game, yet Payet can't get into an arguably worse national team at all. Players like Mathieu Valbuena are playing ahead of him, so then what are you trying to argue, that Valbuena is also better than Ozil? But anyway, before I sound too biased, yes, on the weekend Payet was a lot better than Mesut Ozil, but yeah, also that's one game, and you can't judge both the players on one game. So at the end of the season, maybe you might have a point, but at the moment, not at all. Mesut Ozil is by far the better player. But then again, I guess after seeing Payet's performances, maybe he will be a lot closer. But anyway guys, that's all from me today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.